A New York Times Siena College poll showed Trump leading Biden 48% to 43% among registered voters nationwide. 47% of those voters strongly disapprove of Biden's job performance, the highest such disapproval ratings of any point in his presidency measured by Times and Siena polling. And given how polls are typically crafted to favor Democrats, they have valid reason to be panicked. Polls aren't the only indicators that things are dire for the Democrats, as voters sent a message on Tuesday in down-ballot races and ballot measures. So what can they do to salvage the situation? And we know they're working hard on a plan. Here to discuss is Ed Martin, president of Phyllis Schlafly Eagles, attorney and radio host of the Pro-American Report. Ed, thanks for being with us today. It's great to see you.
Good to be with you, Allison. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, Ed, I think all signs are that the left's plans to destroy and derail Trump aren't working here. His great comeback is real, and the majority of Americans are tired of struggling under Biden and are horrified at this invasion happening. What are your thoughts on all this?
Well, a couple things. Number one, even the Democrats are admitting now very publicly that the lawfare against Trump has backfired, as you point out. It's made him more sympathetic. It's made people think that it's abuse of power. That's clearly happened in a big way. It's probably happening more in communities that are newer to Trump, African-American men, for example, and others. But as you point out, the real problem is the economy. You can lie about the numbers. You can say, oh, look, the stock market's way up. My bacon, Allison, my bacon a few years ago was $11.99 for the big thing of bacon. I got a bunch of kids at home. It's now $19.99. And where's my bacon? Why is my bacon so high? And that's across the country. No one is fooled by the fake news and by the White House pumping out these numbers. That's what he's stuck with. Then you get to this point where people vote based on energy. They see candidates. They don't have to always like them, but they say, who's doing something? What's it about? And you always see that with Trump. I mean, he is he's a force of nature at his age. And with Biden, I do feel, my wife is a geriatrics doctor. She works with old people. I see Biden and I think to myself, this is terrible. This is really mean. Yeah. But the public is looking up and saying, somebody's got their thumb next to the red button, and what's going on here? So they're stuck with these stories, and there's no way out right now. And what they're starting to do is flail and call half of the country extremists. Yeah. Well, again, that doesn't work really well when you're trying to win an election where you need some of that half to vote for you.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. I think they are truly panicking, and they know that the vast majority of people are seeing through their lies and their incessant nonsense that they try to push on the Mockingbird media. I mean, you don't have to watch the fake news to realize that our country is in disarray. Just go to the grocery store, as you said. But, you know, one plan to derail Trump that was rejected was the establishment plan to push Haley to the nomination. Now Joe Biden is in a push for her voters, saying Trump doesn't care about them. MAGA cares about anyone who wants to turn away from the uniparty commie schemes. Ed, should we be concerned about Trump losing her whopping, 800 supporters?
No, look, I mean, this happens in every primary. Remember last time, 8 years ago, it was Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz had really good, strong supporters. They cared about Ted. Ted got beat by Trump. People said they'll never come home. They all came home. Look, the more important thing to know about Nikki Haley's run, I don't begrudge her. It's a free country. She's allowed to do this. I just think we need to be honest about it. I worked a poll on Election Day in Virginia, where I live, and one of the guys came up and he said, I can't wait to vote for Nikki Haley. And I said, oh, are you a Republican? He said, no, I'm a Democrat. I'm going in. All across the country, the Democrats were intentionally voting for Nikki Haley. We saw that, and it was admitted. It's not, she knows that. So when Biden says he's trying to get her votes, he's actually trying to get Democrats, because they're not right now coming back to him. In many of these states, you had 15 to 20% of the voters said no preference in the Democrat primary. There's nobody else to vote for. So Biden's got this problem with Democrat voters.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.